All right, nutrition just did a cartwheel. They've flipped the food pyramid. That's what we're going to be talking about today on OpenAgenda.wtf. Hi, I'm Lynn.
And hello, I am Tracy. Glad to see everybody today, and this will be a fun episode about our health. And Lynn is our built-in health expert. Yeah, she loves everything health. So we're going to talk a little bit about the changes in the food pyramid, right, Lynn?
Yeah, I'm so excited that they've made these changes, and I think it's fun to look at what the changes are. So we're going to talk about the old food pyramid. I am not sure when this came into being, maybe 1980, around in there. And when you look at it, you can see they've got vegetables and salads and fruits. You want to eat lots and lots, 5 to 7 servings per day. You can choose 3 to 5 servings of breads, starches, rice, those sorts of things. Then they've got a dairy section. This next smaller section is your meat, poultry, and fish. And then they've got fats at the very top. They want you to limit your fats quite a bit and then limiting your fat, sugar, and salt at the top. So it's getting rid of the sweet stuff also. So that's things I like about that, the emphasis on fruits and vegetables. But here is our new food inverted pyramid. And what I love about it is, first of all, they have put a huge emphasis on protein. They put a huge emphasis on eating real food. I would say that is the tagline here, eat real food. Real food that nourishes your body, restores your health, fuels your energy. Ditch sugary drinks, ditch added sugars, ultra processed food, and we're leaning into whole, unprocessed ingredients. What surprised me was the really strong emphasis on protein, Tracy, because most of the time, as a nutrition, not, I can't say I'm an expert really,
A,
but
a nutrition buff. I mean,
I'm a nutrition buff or a nutrition guru. There we
yeah,
go.
there you go.
I've always recommended about a gram of protein per pound of body weight. So if you weigh 150 pounds, you'd get 150 grams of protein. What this pyramid is recommending that you do 1.2 to 1.6 grams of protein per pound of body weight per day. So you can see that can bring that 150 up to almost for a person that's really burning a lot of calories, it could be 200 grams of protein per day, which is a lot. But when you think about it, protein is your muscles, and muscles are your metabolism. So we want to feed our muscles with protein. And do we all know what the best sources of protein are?
I'd say meat,
Mhm. I would agree.
nuts, avocados.
Mhm.
Avocado's a fat, though, isn't it? A healthy
Mhm.
fat. Yeah,
Nuts are too, really, but they also have a good amount of protein and
yeah.
fiber.
It's give me the beef, huh?
Yeah, give me the beef and some chicken. They're big on seafood. I'm leery of seafood in Colorado because I don't know how clean it is. So I'm careful about seafood. I do like it though, occasionally. It's also your beans, lentils, legumes. Obviously, when you're using vegetarian proteins, you need to combine two together to get the full spectrum of all the amino acids. The other fun thing is the emphasis on healthy fats. We're thinking olive oil, avocados, This is a place where avocados and ribeye steaks are going to be living their best life. We want butter from dairy. I recommend grass-fed butter. There's actually a different essential fatty acid compound in happy cows that are eating organic food out in a field compared to cows that are raised in a barn in a limited space with.
In a facility. Yes.
Mhm, totally.
So that's
So
interesting. That's really interesting. Yeah.
grass-fed butter is a really good choice. What's been interesting is also their emphasis on eliminating seed oils. Those are things like canola oil, even grapeseed oil, almond oil. So if you are using seed oils, sesame seed oil, the trouble with all the oils is that we have so many GMOs in our agriculture that the seed oils carry, and they're processed in such a way that they carry things that are negative that mess up our metabolism. So if
Like
you're
what?
um, well, it's called, let me think if I can think of the name. Oh, shucks. Lectins. Seeds and seed oils have lectins. Almond skins have lectins. So, for instance, if you're going to use almond butter, you want to use almond butter that is made from uh, almonds that have been peeled or shelled. I guess they're called Marcona almonds. They don't have the covering anymore. It
Does it
and
tell you that when you're shopping?
Oh no,
Okay.
no. Same with almond milk.
Right.
Almond milk is going to have that lectin in it. So even things that seem relatively healthy, we're going to be able to get more of this information out as Maha does a great job of educating about the real ways we can clean up our food source.
It's nice. Yes.
The big dairy plot twist. If you're going to use dairy, use full fat dairy. Use whole milk. Use whole sour cream, not light sour cream. What happens when you make low carb milk or sour cream is not low carb. When you make it low fat, you add more carbs. So it's better to just keep things naturally like they are. That's the main thing.
Doesn't that make sense? I mean, we've altered our food sources and we're a very unhealthy population compared to some places in the world. And I'm glad that we're getting back to the basics. Yes.
Yeah, I am too. I am a fan of Maha and have been, and I think a lot of people in Colorado, even though there are a lot more liberal folks that don't like some of the other things happening in government, people in Colorado are generally a very healthy population and people who value health. Vegetables are still encouraged. My thing is you should eat a big serving of vegetables twice a day. I try to do that as often as possible. Carbs are and grains are taking a back seat.
Can I ask
Um,
a question? When
yeah,
you say vegetables, are we talking fresh vegetables or what about canned?
my preference is frozen over
Oh,
canned.
frozen. Okay.
Sometimes the convenience of canned vegetables can be better than not having vegetables, though. I've known people who actually eat their green beans right out of the can because they like green beans so much.
Right.
But, frozen or fresh is always going to be your best. And it's always the least processed
Right.
that is
And we'll
beautiful.
get into processed versus organic here in a little bit, right?
Yeah, that's right. So the big picture is we want to focus on proteins, healthy fats, whole dairy. There's the foundation. And then we add in vegetables. That's your supporting role in the play. Whole grains, we are minimizing, but if you are going to use grains, use whole grains and exit. the ultra processed food, the stuff that comes in boxes.
That's
So,
good. I'm good
yeah.
with that. I mean, it's I don't know. Let's think about the divide there, though, that it's for convenience, the processed foods. I know that they're very unhealthy, but talk to us a little bit about those who maybe are on a limited budget that cannot afford the best food. What are your recommendations for that, Lynn?
Well, I think vegetables are cheap. If you've ever gone into any store, you can load up a cart of vegetables and it'll cost you $20. Um, Typically, if you shop at a market where they have bulk, so you can buy specific amounts of the grains that you like.
Very good point. Yes.
Mhm. And for instance, choose less expensive cuts of meat rather than always buying chicken breast. Try chicken thighs. They're very inexpensive. Chicken legs are very inexpensive. Um, it's just getting to know what you like to cook with and what fits best with your budget. So this kind of fits in with the food pyramid, just had its own moment, and we would love to know what questions you have about the food pyramid. Do you think it's a good idea? What are your thoughts out there, audience?
That will be good. I'd like to read that feedback and we will share it in future videos that we do about our health and food and everything like that. But before we got online today, Lynn and I were talking about what does constitute organic and how that is valued. And one
And
thing,
why is organic? Why is organic yeah, Tracy?
right. What we did find, though, that I thought this was very interesting, and hopefully you can see it, but as of the latest data, Colorado has approximately 1,200 certified organic farms.
Wow, that's
And this
awesome.
number reflects the state's commitment to organic agriculture and sustainability. And I know that the Colorado farmers are very integrated with our school food system as well, so that our children are eating very good, sustainable, organic food and not the processed things that we have. But it also says the state it has the most organic certified farms than any other state in the United States. So yay,
It's the
Colorado.
acreage. We have the highest acreage of
Yes,
organic farming. So
yeah,
that is really a testament to Colorado.
it really
Hooray,
is.
hooray for Colorado. Um,
Absolutely.
this
So we
could,
thought that was very interesting that we are in the forefront to have healthy food
hmm
produced by our farm and ranch community out there.
right on.
And
And
so there are a couple of websites. If you choose, we will link these into the description below that you can read further on the how Colorado handles the certification process and more information about what all goes into being organic. And this is a cool little map. It shows that Colorado has 3,072 organic acres. So it's a little bit different than the other search that we did. But in order to be certified as organic, they do have to go through a process,
mm,
right?
yeah.
And if you want to talk about that for a minute, Lynn, that'd be great, or we can just read it from here.
hmm
So under the National Organic Program, the products sold as organic in the United States must be certified by a USDA National Organic Program. And the Colorado Department of Agriculture has an accreditation program. And as you can see here, they are now accepting new applications for organic certification. So that's a really great thing. This tells you how they determine what is organic, and it can also include the fertilizer you put in your soil. If you've let your soil rest for a number of years or following any of that other criteria, there's a process that they just don't give you the rubber stamp right away, right?
Mhm. Yeah, I think another feature that Colorado has is the Colorado Proud program. We didn't really talk about that today, but sometimes when you're shopping, you see those stickers on particularly produce that you're buying that was grown in Colorado. So
Plus, you
that
don't have the shipping and the lag time, you know that it's fresher than what you're going to get rather than something that maybe is shipped in from California or avocados from
or
Mexico.
South America,
Yeah.
Mexico, yeah.
Mhm. Excellent.
So what's the other big news in Colorado that kind of fits in with all this?
Well, Trump yesterday, and that would have been January 13th, in a speech that he gave, did say that he is cutting off all funds to all federal funds to any state that is sanctuary city, sanctuary state. So no funds will be available for those states. And Colorado is a sanctuary state.
And
Uh,
wait, is this a specific type of funds? It's not
all
all funds.
funds. He
It's
said all funds. Yes.
wow,
So
all
this is going to
federal
be
funds.
huge and something that I want to discuss in further detail. There's not a whole
Mm.
lot of detail except for what he made in his comments yesterday. So I know that will be in the forefront of things. And this again goes back to what happened in Minnesota and the fraud and so forth. And he just said that he's just fed up with it and he's not going to give any funds to any state that is sanctuary because being a sanctuary city or state, you're breaking the law. So this is going to be something that we will be talking about in like a day or two. We
Mhm.
need to stay on top of this. And in addition to that, their news that is out there is that with the political games in Washington, D.C., they are again, they meaning the Democrats, are again threatening to do another government shutdown. And I think that's related to ICE. They want ICE defunded. So the next couple of weeks, it's January 14th now. Next couple of weeks are going to be very, very interesting. I think we all need to be sitting on the edge of our chair and paying attention to what's going on, because if we don't pay attention,
Somebody else is going to write the rules.
right, and
Absolutely.
it's getting pretty scary out there. If there are additional subjects that you would like us to cover in the days and weeks to come, get in touch with us at our website, just at OpenAgenda.wtf, or just leave comments and we will get back with you on that. We love to read your comments. So thank you, everybody. And we need subscribers and we need participation. Keep us going here. And we know that you love what we're doing. So
Well, and the
again,
reason is, we really have a heart to create a community with people
right.
and to collaborate and create open conversations that bring people together. That's our goal,
That's
or
right.
one of them.
That's right. I mean, we're all in this together, basically.
Yeah, we are.
Humanoids, right?
Right.
Okay, everybody. Well, thank you for visiting today. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll be back with you again very soon, probably within a day or two. So thank you.